And ladies and gentlemen, the Grifties is live. Your boy Atreus is back from a very hectic weekend. This show was supposed to be done on Friday, but it didn't work out that way. I do apologize. My homeboy's birthday was this past week. So while I did have plans, you know how nigga time goes, right? So like while we planned certain things, it didn't necessarily work out that way. I had the show planned for a couple of hours before New Blackstreet on Friday. And then my boy showed up for a photo shoot. And then Saturday came and we were supposed to do it then. But shit just happens, nigga. I don't know what to say. Anyway, we're here though. We're here though. And we're going to get back on the grind until we go to Vegas on Wednesday. So I got to figure out how I'm going to record videos while out in Vegas, because no way I'm not going to record videos all the way from Wednesday to Saturday. So let's go ahead and get into it. We got a jam-packed show. I see a couple of you guys in here already. Shouts out to you. My boy Cryptic Beats is in the house. I see the Elemental Hero is in the house. I appreciate you guys for coming. We're here to talk a little bit of shit. You know what I'm saying? About video games, movies, and everything in between. Pop culture in general. Let's just go ahead and get into it. We missed a lot. So I don't even know where we're going to start. I got the agenda board right here. Woo. Where do I want to start? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 topics on here that I really want to discuss. I might not even get to them all. We'll see. But we got to start with my favorite girl. Where you at, girl? Where you at, girl? You are what do they call it? A lol cow? Is that what they say? That is still the stupidest fucking word I've ever heard. A lol cow. Anyway, where are you? Where you at, girl? Did she block me on YouTube? No way. I can't find her channel. Ah, there she is. There she is.
If you have made your...
There she is. So Alyssa Mercante dropped the video. She dropped the video on YouTube. Okay. And, you know, big ups to her. Good job, you know, doing your thing. Mr. Monkeys, what's going on? He says, what's good, auntie? Hope you've been staying away from... dude, this is... We're gonna act like that didn't happen. We are going to pretend we are going to operate like that did not happen. No, do not clip that. Do not clip that, bro. Holy shit, I got assaulted by my mic. Holy shit, I think you chipped my tooth. Okay, we got to get to it. We got work to get to. So, holy... Motherfucker talking about we ain't pretending. Hold on, guys. Where is my... Oh, there it is. It's way over there. So we got to talk about Alyssa Mercante. Of course, as always. Again, time and time again. Hold on, let me fix this really quick. There we go. There we go. So we got to talk about Alyssa Mercante. Okay, she's back at it again, and she dropped the video talking about South of Midnight, and we're going to talk about it. We're absolutely going to talk about it. Let's react to it. Of course, I'm gonna put this on 1.25 because you know we don't do normal over here. Let's just see what she had to say.
Your entire internet presence, shitting on people, attacking people, poop. If you have made your entire internet presence shitting on people, attacking people, poo-pooing on stuff in order to continue to rile up a base of disenfranchised young men, you're a piece of shit. South of Midnight People really like it. It is a third-person action-adventure game from Compulsion. They're the people who made We Happy Few. It's sitting at a 77 on Metacritic. It just came out on April 9th. What they are doing is shitting on this game and acting like this game, just like every other game that they've decided that they don't like, is indicative of the beginning of the end or the final nail in the coffin of anything that ever features anybody but a white guy. We have to go back a pretty long ways to get into why the Chuds hate South of Midnight. The main reason why the Chuds don't like South of Midnight is because there's a black woman in it, and she's the main character. And
I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome, because I've never seen myself.
I've never seen myself. Until now. Shout out to Christopher Baker with the $10 super chat. I appreciate you, bro. You can now see yourself. He says testing. He wanted to make sure he could see himself, and he can. So he can now see himself. I appreciate that, bro. Okay, so let's go ahead and stop it right there. She says the main reason why people are dunking on South of Midnight is because there's a black woman in it, and she's the main character. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's go ahead and break this down. What have I told y'all on this channel since the very beginning of starting it? Let me get closer, okay? Since I started this channel, I've told y'all to look out for feminine warfare. And this is that. Because this is what she's doing. She's already putting you on defense. You get what I'm saying? She's already putting you on defense when you were, like, you have to come in and defend your point. But not only do you not have to defend your point, but now you have to defend your point and your reputation of being a racist. Because that's what she's accusing. So now you have to prove your point, and you have to disprove that you are a racist. You know what I'm saying? And here's the truth of the matter: you're more likely to put your foot in your mouth well before you're ever likely to prove that you're not a racist. You want to know why? Well, one, because it's easy to do. Like, I give you a prime example. Like, white people, y'all do this all the time, where somebody calls you a racist and you instantly go on defense and you're like, I'm not racist. I got like 3 black friends. No, don't do that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't do that. Do not say you got 3 black friends. Jesus Christ. Like, I cringe every time y'all do it. It's like, I'm not racist. I eat fried chicken. What? Stop doing that. You'd be better off saying, I'm not racist. I haven't lynched a nigga in 10 years. You'd be better off saying that, honestly speaking. But the truth of the matter is, you will never prove that you are not a racist to these kind of people. Especially not a Alyssa Mercante. You want to know why? Because, nigga, you are racist. Just like the rest of us. I'm just telling you. I've been telling y'all from the beginning. Racism ain't going nowhere. Everybody's racist to some degree. Sorry. It is what it is. You can never prove that you are not a racist, because 9 times out of 10, you are. You know what I'm saying? Racism is built into the very fabric of human DNA. You can't get rid of it. It will always be there. Mankind yearns for the ability to differentiate itself from one another. Even if you, by some colossal miracle, found a way to eradicate racism from society, there would be classism, there would be colorism, there would be elitism, there would be all type of isms. Niggas is gonna find a way to make themselves either better or different from the other people. Trying to make everybody the same is not gonna work, ever. It'll be tall versus the short. It'll be rich versus the poor. It'll be the fast versus the slow. The strong versus the weak. So you'll never get rid of racism, bro. So when somebody like Alyssa Mercante comes up to you and say some shit like, oh, y'all don't like it because it's a black woman in it, ignore that shit and just defend your point. Alyssa Mercante is a liar. The reason why South of Midnight has gotten so much heat is because Sweet Baby Inc. was attached to it. And furthering that anti-Sweet Baby Inc. agenda was the revealing, or the discovery, whether or not you believe it is inconsequential, the discovery that the main character for this game was originally a white woman. Now here's the thing. Smash JT came out with stories, Endymion came out with stories, or you know, insiders and things like that. Compulsion Games and everybody associated with it had the opportunity to come out and say, listen, what these niggas talking about is some bullshit. Okay? The main character was never originally a white woman. There is no Sweet Baby Inc. coming in and telling us how to do our game or none of that. These niggas making up shit. But they never did it. They never said anything. Oh, and couple that with the fact that you have a community manager that came out and said white straight male gamers were a mistake. So it's fairly obvious that Compulsion Games, through the people that they hire, through the narrative consulting companies that they work with, seems to be an organization that is either racist against white people or just flat out simps. So let's continue with this video.
Because it's unapologetically black and set in the American South, filled with black people and black
unapologetically black, but the black female protagonist has to pick cotton to level up. Sure.
music and all of those things. The other reason why they really don't like it is because when Gamergate 2 first started kicking off last year in March, people were coming for community managers and coming for Sweet Baby and then also community managers. That was their MO, and we've talked about this a bunch. Remember, all of these right-wing reactionaries and the people looking to make content by peddling.
Again, not right-wing, never been close to right-wing. It's like I told y'all, make sure y'all understand this. You're not right-wing, you are center. They have gone so far to the left that the middle now appears to be right-wing to them. You already saw what happens when this movement goes to right-wing. Goonergate. Yeah. No, you are center. These morons are just so far to the left. Alyssa Mercante is so far to the left. And the only thing you need to prove that is she believes that black people can't be racist. That's how I know she's dumb as fuck.
Anger and rage and fear and frustration and racism and other forms of hate and disgusting shit. What they consistently do is they target people who work at these studios that are on.
So you think, first of all, you think making videos about what people already feel is disgusting shit, but you don't think that lying in your articles about what actually started Gamergate is disgusting shit? You don't think that reaching out to somebody's wife, trying to get her, as a journalist, by the way, using your journalistic skills to go and uncover somebody's wife to give her information so that she could possibly divorce her husband, you don't think that's disgusting shit? Let me tell you something. Shout out to Smash JT. Love him. That's my guy. You do that shit over here in the South where I'm at, you liable to get your fucking head knocked off. Not by me. Let you go to a black woman talking about some, did you know your husband was on here roasting bitches? That bitch will find you where you at and knock your head clean off. Bitch, don't ever message me about no shit like that ever in your life. That's why I don't understand why you be so quick to defend them. You know they'll knock your head. You know black women don't like your ass. And you be over here, oh, it's black people. Black man, if a black woman had the opportunity, she would knock your head clean the fuck off for even fucking with it. For even being around Paris or Sugar Bear. Stop it. Anyway.
On the lower rungs of the ladder. What they did was they found this Compulsion Games community manager on every platform humanly possible, because this is what they do, and they started basically archiving anything she's ever said. They're pointing to one tweet which is clearly a joke, and they're saying, look at this black woman, she's racist. It's just the most disingenuous, bullying, harassing type fucking...
How is it disingenuous? You got to be careful. What do I tell y'all about feminine warfare? They just say shit and expect you to run with it. The idiots, they just run with it. But the truth of the matter is, she said it's the most disingenuous how. This woman came out and said, she said, Asian people equals white adjacent. She also said white straight male gamers were a mistake. Now you say it was obviously a joke. Okay, how? How is it that all of her jokes seem to be anti-white? I ain't seen no anti-black. I ain't seen no anti-Indian. I ain't seen no anti-nothing. Just anti-white. Because it's not disingenuous. Alyssa Mercante is just saying shit and hoping you latch on to it.
behavior from small men with small little brains. Attacking the community manager at Arrowhead for Helldivers. They were attacking the community manager, I think, at EA. They went after community managers because community managers are the most forward-facing, the most audience-facing people. They are on social media a lot.
Another lie. We go after community managers. Nigga, what are you talking about? Gamers go after anybody. What? Bobby Kotick? Hello? A billionaire? Nigga got roasted into oblivion. Kim Belair? What? We can't go after niggas we don't see? And no, actually, that's a lie because niggas absolutely go after people they don't see. Corinne Bush? What is she talking about? This is why I say you guys got to be very diligent. It's important for y'all to maintain a level head. This goes for you Twitter niggas too. When you tweeting, because a lot of y'all be tweeting some wild shit and you be making everybody else look bad. You have to keep a level head and understand what somebody like Alyssa Mercante is doing. She's just saying shit. She's throwing shit at the wall and hoping it sticks. This is why her message resonates with no one. She said, we are men with small little brains. That's interesting because how are these men with such small little brains infinitely more successful than you? That's always an oxymoron, right? Like how us regular people like feel so entitled to talk shit about people that are so much bigger than us as if we're bigger than them. Sweetheart, need I remind you that you had sex with a man at a bar, a man that you met at the bar, just so you could write an article about him? Where are your finances? Now, if you would have got rich over that, maybe we could talk. But bitch, you're broke. Still looking for a job in the game industry. Bragging about writing some freelance articles for Rolling Stone. What? I'm sorry. Nobody respects that. What are you talking about? But we're the ones with such small little brains. This is coming from the motherfucker who had to get pro bono lawyer work for a frivolous lawsuit that she knows she's going to lose. If you felt like you were going to win it, you would be extra careful about how you're going after other content creators. But you and I both know you're not doing that. You're not doing that. Robin Oz says, fix your camera. What's wrong with the camera? Oh. Robin Oz, what's wrong with the camera? Let me see. Give me a second. Let me know what's wrong with the camera, gang. All right. So anyway, going back to let's go back to the video.
That's why they are community managers, because they understand social media, which means they have a lengthy and storied and rich social.
You said it's gray and fuzzy. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Jesus Christ. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Why is it? There we go. still looks a little bit fuck. Somebody says the lighting is the problem. The lighting is the same as it's always been. Why is it? Why am I looking at double? Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have to. It's something I'm gonna have to fix later because, like, I don't know what's happening. Like, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna just have to fix it later. Somebody, I see somebody saying it's the lighting, mate. Yeah, I feel you, but the lighting is the same as it's always been. So I don't know why it's appearing all fuzzy and shit, but it's all good. Yeah, that's not working either. Okay. All right, fine. Fuck, I hate that shit. Um, yeah, it just looks warmer. That's fine, guys. I'm just gonna have to play with it later. I was shooting footage earlier, so it's probably something in the settings that's fucking it up. I gotta, whatever. Let's get back to the video though.
Social media history, which is great for them to, mine for a content. I obviously spoke out against the behavior, initially with even the Sweet Baby Inc. piece, but then also with the fact that these people were clearly making community managers, specifically female or queer or people of color community managers, their targets. And as a result of that, I became someone that if people wanted to tell their story and they wanted to do so in a way where the person they were talking to understood the kind of culture around the conversation, they would come to me. So luckily, one of the first job that I was able to do after Kotaku, this was my first piece that I did fresh out of Kotaku, not long. I think the day that I announced that I had left Kotaku, I was at Compulsion Games in Montreal. We talked about this a lot. Part of the reason why these people continue to get angry about things is because there is obviously a huge cavernous hole inside of them that they don't know how to fill. And some ways that they try and fill it is by taking other people down. You will never feel satisfied.
Again, lies or just flat out made up bullshit. A hole inside of you that you can't feel. Bitch, the hole inside of me is watching a game that I've known and loved for years and years and years. All of a sudden change shit because of diversity, equity, and inclusion. What are you talking about? That's the hole. Like you gotta pay attention. Because they will try to overcomplicate something that's so simple. Sweetheart, the only thing I'm asking for is for y'all to make the games how they were originally made. But instead, what they're doing is they're coming in and they're making games and checking boxes. And because they're doing that, it's coming off as inauthentic.
I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself.
I've never seen myself up until now. Shout out to that boy, Mr. Monkey. Okay, Mr. Monkey, I got you. Where you at? It's not here. I could have sworn I put it here. It's not here. Oh, it is here.
Hello, monkey.
Hello, monkeys. He dropped a $10 super chat. He says she know a thing or two about filling in holes. Oh, you are diabolical for that. You are absolutely diabolical for that. But I appreciate the 10, bro. So yeah, I mean the hole that you're referring to is when I pick up the controller for a game. Okay. I expect a cohesive game, but authenticity. When I pick up a game starring a black woman, I expect to see and hear the everyday life of a black woman. Not fucking a white Canadian's perspective of what they think black women talk about all the goddamn time. Not a black woman's agenda on making sure they drive home particular narratives so that they can see themselves. That's not what I expect. That's not what I expect. When I pick up a video game starring a black male, I expect to see a black male experience. And I'm sorry, we don't go around talking every day about how, what is it? Crypto Beats, what is it that they be putting in these fucking games? Shit, I don't be playing them. Just weirdo shit. These racist talking points. Oh, I can't even level up because the white man keep me down. What? I don't want to pick up a fucking game set in Middle Earth and they're talking about pronouns. I don't want to pick up a game about World War III and they talking about how the world would be saved by a black woman. That shit makes no fucking sense. Black women walk around with this fake ass narrative like, oh, we're the ones that America was built on our backs. No, the fuck it wasn't. Be killing me with this fake ass bullshit. Black women saved America. Nigga, how? Just be going around saying that shit. Just be going around saying no dumbass shit like, black women are responsible for America. No, you're fucking not. And so you get black women who actually feel that way, and they go and try to put it in every entertainment medium they possibly can. Jada Pinkett Smith trying to tell you Cleopatra was fucking black. I think I might know what's going on here. Hold on, y'all. That's a little bit better, but not amazing. All right, but yeah. Yeah, this is egregious. Let's keep going though.
With your life. That is something that money will never fix. And that is something that, your 15 minutes of fame on YouTube will never fix. So this was the first piece that I did when I went.
Didn't just say that. 15 minutes of... The people roasting your ass have been on YouTube for years and successful for years. I don't know what she's talking about, but there are several YouTubers that are roasting your dumb ass who have invested their money and they'll be successful for forever, whether or not they're on YouTube. So I don't know what the hell she's talking about. Oh, what just happened?
If you have made your entire internet presence, it is a game that feels, looks, and acts like, like a double A or like an indie. It's not the longest game in the world. It's not going to have combat that rewrites everything you've ever understood about it. But it is a piece of art in the purest sense of the word. It is exactly what I think of when I make the argument that video games are art. And the commodification, obviously, of video games, which is something that has to happen, is so different than art on the wall or something like that. And the culture around it has become so enmeshed with this idea of deserving something or this is the product and the product needs to be good, that these are the same people who will liken a video game not working well when it launches to a car not driving. If your car that you bought doesn't drive and Gam Gam has to go to the hospital, she is going to fucking die. If your fucking video game that you bought doesn't work, nothing happens. You just have to get it fixed.
Get the fuck out of here. What kind of fucking analogy is that? What type of stupid ass analogy is that? Are you fucking dumb? Bitch, if I spend $80 on a video game, I expect it to work. I expect it to be worth my time. Entertainment versus the motor vehicle industry? Are you stupid? This bitch just said about 10 minutes ago, these little men with very, very little brains. And yet you just compare entertainment to a fucking motor vehicle. What? Yo, let's just keep going, man.
So likening it to a car is just so stupid and disingenuous. But this is
no. So who's done that? Because she's the only person I've ever heard do that. Who's done that, gang? I ain't seen it. Just making shit up.
People feel about games now. They think about games solely as a one-to-one product. I bought, should work, I should like. If don't like.
What the fuck is wrong with that? If I pay my motherfucking money for it. Hold on, no. Because she wants to liken this shit to art. Fine. Your art is your art, bitch. I don't have to like your art. I don't have to like it. The fuck? Let me listen to me carefully. For all of you out there in the video game industry, listening to women like this is gonna have your ass without a job. You can make art all goddamn day long. Don't nobody like that shit, ain't nobody gonna buy it. I'm sorry. It is what it is.
Like, I will harass. There were people who were all over this, even when there wasn't really any news coming out. Like every other community manager that has faced this ire, the community manager from Compulsion Games had to lock down almost all of their accounts. There's been community managers who have had to relock their accounts when the games have launched because now it's brought back this harassment campaign. And this whole conversation of, oh, well, if you just don't acknowledge them, they'll go away. That's not what's happening. These people are desperate for attention. They are desperate to feel some sort of validation. And their version of validation is, if I harass you enough and you block me, I won. That's not how that works. If you...
Sweetheart, you are so delusional. You are beyond delusional. Nobody gives a damn if you block us or not. Nobody cares. At the end of the day, we're going to roast you. See, this is the part, women don't understand this because women don't grow up like men. So I really don't blame you for not understanding this. We're men. We're going to roast your ass regardless. You can block me. You can not block me. You can run from the internet. I don't care. As long as you keep running your mouth, we're going to keep roasting your ass. And that's the part that you can't understand. If community managers want to come out and say wild shit, they are going to get roasted every time. That's the part. This is what does Smash JT call it? Yellow journalism. You're lying by omitting. You bringing up the fact that community managers are facing harassment campaigns, but you're not bringing up why. You're not talking about why. You're not talking about the fact that the Pikachu girl came out and said XYZ about gamers, XYZ about straight white men. That's what you're not talking about. The same way when you wrote that bullshit ass article for Kotaku, when you said, Sweet Baby Inc. doesn't do what you think it does, and you talked about West started Gamergate, and you failed to mention that Chris Kendrick was the one that started the shit. That's what you failed to mention. You are a liar. Let me get closer to y'all. So let me get closer to you. You are a liar. That's why you're getting the harassment campaign you're getting. It's not harassment because you keep stoking the flames, but still, you are a liar. You lie by omission, or you just flat out lie. You've done it several times in this video. You've done it several times throughout the last year and a quarter. And that's why you continue to get roasted. So, I mean, it is what it is. We're going to leave it right there because obviously we can spend all day on that video. As far as whether or not South of Midnight is art, I mean, listen, it's art. It's art. But I find it interesting that you keep trying to say, oh, you know, they expect games to just work. And I like, listen, nigga, it's video games. I expect that when I buy a movie ticket, it's an actual cohesive movie. I hope that I like it. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes the movie is just trash. And if a movie is trash, then guess what we do? We roast it. That movie was hot garbage. Terrible. Buns. Cheeks. So, I mean, say whatever you want. All right. Let's get back to the agenda board. Let's see what we got going on. All right. What y'all talking about in this chat? Let's see what we got going on here. Kyle Barra is in here. What's going on, Kyle? Cryptid B says, "Damn, Kata said, F you, Ninja, I'm streaming." Is he streaming right now? It's a Roy says, "Art is subjective, not an obligatory bill." Nah, that's a fact. The Circle of Ted, what's going on? South of Midnight is squandered art. It could have been good if it was made with old school approach of making games and not usurped by political pandering bullshit. I mean, listen, just because it has a unique art style does not mean that it's like better, like more amazing art than anything else. It has a unique art style, but that's it. You even said it yourself. The gameplay doesn't reinvent the wheel. It doesn't do anything amazing. Like, come on. Anyway, let's move on. All right, so we got to talk about. We did touch on this a little bit on New Black Street, but I want to give more of my unique opinion on this. So, how many of you have heard of the game No Mercy? Okay. How many of you have heard of that? Well, if you heard of it, you damn well can't fucking play it because it has been removed from Steam. Okay? No Mercy is apparently a game that some people are calling the rape simulator, okay? Let me see if I can go and find it. Let me see. So here it is. Here it is. I'm going to put this up on screen so y'all can see this. Sexual violence is not entertainment. No Mercy encourages players to sexually assault women. That's not a game. That's abuse. We join Collective Shout and allies worldwide in demanding Steam take global responsibility and remove this content. This was the game. Okay? No Mercy. No Mercy. Now, there's been a lot of takes flying around. A lot of opinions. A lot of things being said. Okay? I think you're going to be a little bit surprised at my take on this whole thing. As a matter of fact, let me bring up Savvy's post. Okay? Here's what Savvy had to say. This person says, "I've signed, you should too. There's no justification for a game that glorifies rape or incest." Okay, Steam needs to remove No Mercy from their platform now. Savvy says, "Grifter's gonna grift. If it's one thing I hate, it's a pro-censorship loser hiding behind a good cause, denying anyone the ability to think for themselves or express whatever they want in fiction. These types sure are quiet in the rise of rapes in certain countries. I wonder why that is." I should stop saying that word. I should say grape. Do they really think banning fictional grape is going to stop people from graping in the real world? It's getting nasty out here, gang. It's getting nasty out here. It's getting nasty. Here's my take. Okay. As I said on New Black Street, in no way, shape, or form would I ever play this game. Not just because of what I'm hearing is in it, but like the concept of the game, it being a graphic novel or like a playable graphic novel or something, doesn't sound like anything I'm interested in playing. So I would have never played the game anyway. And I'm damn sure not going to go out of my way to defend a game that I wouldn't play. I do defend the right of freedom of speech. However, it being on Steam's platform Steam is a private organization. So this one's a tough one because obviously I'm not pro censorship. And Savvy is saying that when she says the ability to think for yourself, she's saying that she believes people would have, how do you say, their own consciousness to say, I don't want to play a game like this. But I'm not necessarily sure about that because I'm thinking that maybe there are some people out there that want to play a grape simulator. I don't know. I'm only going by what I'm being told is in the game. Now, the developers did take the game down, but I do think there ought to be, how do I say this? There ought to be a line. All right? Or am I tripping? Maybe I'm tripping. Chat, y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. Am I tripping to say that maybe making a game exclusively about, graping women should not be platformed? Am I wrong in saying that? I'm not saying it should be deleted or removed entirely. I'm just saying if you want to put out a game like that, perhaps maybe you should make your own website where the game is available. I don't know. But that's crazy. That's crazy. Now, obviously, you'll draw parallels. Call of Duty made a game where you walked into an airport and you mowed down millions of people. I mean, not millions, hundreds of people. Or maybe it was just dozens. You can make that parallel. And quite frankly, I'd have a hard time disputing that. But still, though, a grape simulator is crazy. And I'm not going to go out of my way to defend it. I see Christopher Baker says, yes, you are tripping. Okay. Sounds like a game the wokies would make. I wouldn't be surprised if the people who made this game are left-leaning. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Yeah, the devs did remove it from Steam. Can we look up the concurrent players? Nah, because they already removed it from Steam. Maybe there's a history of it. Hold on, let me see. I'll look it up. Let me see. Steam DB. Okay, well, it does have a history. I'm confused though, because it says 105 players right now, but I thought it was removed from Steam. What is happening here? Something else that I gotta fix later. Okay, but it said the all-time peak was 487 people. Now, in the grand scheme of things, that's not a lot of people. 487 people who were playing the Grape Simulator is crazy. But this isn't a game that I would have played. I would have tried. Nothing like that. It's not my kind of game to begin with. And quite frankly, after learning what it's about, I don't want to play that shit. Red Merlin says, probably the people who still haven't installed. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I don't know, guys. I mean, this one's I'm torn. Like, again, I'm not pro censorship at all, but you obviously don't tend to believe a nigga would make a grape simulator. I'm sorry. The peak when outbursts on Twitter happened wasn't even that big. 400 people, yeah. That's probably what did it. I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to go out of my way to defend this game. I mean, even the thumbnail for the game is crazy. You have, it's called No Mercy. And it's a guy holding a woman by her hair. That's crazy. That's crazy. And we were saying on New Black Street on Friday, the fact that a person woke up every single day continuing to design this game is crazy. Now, what I will defend is a game that has a great scene in it. I'll defend that. It's part of the art. But a grape simulator? Yeah, I can't do that. I can't even rock with it. I'm not gonna go out there and say your game should be deleted or removed or anything like that. But you ain't gonna see me. You ain't gonna see me out here campaigning for your game to stay up. Not doing that. We can move on though. All right. Oh, I know where we want to go next. I know where we want to go next. Put my agenda board down where you guys can't see it. It's kind of an eyesore, if you will. I know where we want to go with. All right. Do y'all know who Zoe Spencer is? Do any of you guys know who Zoe Spencer is? You don't? Yeah, nigga, me neither. Until once again, another female content creator is going viral for complaining about the same shit, and we are so tired of it. Zoe Spencer is apparently a streamer. And that's it. I mean, I don't know. We're gonna play this little video, and yeah.
Firsthand, male dominated. Yes, it just be hella male dominated, and it's like women out here doing the shit too. It's just like they just never credited for it. It's just, and I'm really starting to see the motherfucking shit, especially now that I'm in it. It's like, what? So it's like, I just feel like, you know, females really just need to start coming more together. You know what I mean? You know, I just feel like, you know, and I'm speaking about this in general. This is not based on a particular situation. This is just in general of, you know, different experiences that I'm having and different things that I'm learning. You know what I mean? This is not pertaining to nobody firsthand.
All right. Let me know if y'all couldn't hear that. You know how Twitter be. The first thing I gotta say about this video is
Sucking titties, I know, yeah, I know, yeah. Let me suck them titties, baby. No, yeah. Let me suck them titties, baby. Let me suck them titties, baby. I know. Suck them titties on the west side. Suck them titties on the breast side. Best titties I ever had.
okay. All right. So she had a lot to say there. Zoe Spencer had a lot to say there. She says the streaming space is male dominated. And yes, it is. Women out here streaming too, and we don't get the credit for it, at least according to her. How many times do we need to say this? How many times do we need to go over this, man? Y'all hoes are boring. What? What are we talking about? Y'all are boring. The only thing y'all do is y'all put on your little makeup, you do your little hair, put on your cute little outfit, flirt with your audience, and that's it. These niggas be out here going above and beyond. Look at this nigga, I Show Speed. This nigga be traveling the world, doing all type of wild shit. Kaisa not be having whole fucking set pieces in his room. What are y'all doing? Y'all don't do shit. Y'all don't do shit to deserve it. I'm sorry. God. Constantly complain. This is what's happening though. The audience can see through it. The real audience. Your audience, you got an audience of simps. Cool. Fine. Do your thing. Have your simps. But the truth of the matter is, the audience can see, the real audience that you want can see right through you. You don't care about your craft of being a streamer at all. You don't care about that. You don't care about being the best. You don't care about delivering the best content on the planet. That's what drives us. What you care about is you see niggas like Kai Sanat, I Show Speed, Black Boy Max, Aiden Ross, XQC, even Destiny, even Asmon Gold. You see them niggas, and all the love and attention and influence and money and all of that stuff that they get, and you want it for yourself and you can't figure out why. Because these niggas are entertaining. Aiden Ross had the fucking president on his channel. This nigga got a whole warehouse full of entertaining shit. Kai Cenat got a whole house dedicated to doing this shit. I Show Speed, like I said, travels the world. Man, stop playing, man. Oh, but we got Pokemon and Valkyrie. Don't nobody watch them bitches for real. I think you need to be grateful. That's what I think. In my personal opinion, I think you need to be grateful. Being a woman and being able to just get on stream, put on a little makeup, get your hair done, and then boom, you got 500 simps watching you, which is more than niggas who've been doing this for 10 years can get. 500, 1,000, 1,500 simps watching you. Buying memberships and shit, which is more than what most niggas who've been doing this for 5, 10, 15 years can get. And you can do it instantly just by looking good. I think you should be grateful. Just because you see 10, 20, 30,000 people watching this streamer, this male streamer, and you ain't got that, I think you need to be humble. Because let me tell you something. The truth of the matter is 30 is around the corner, sweetheart. And when you hit that 30, that 1,500 watchers gonna start dwindling down to 12, then 800, then 400, then 200. Now you gotta crank that OnlyFans back up. All this complaining ain't gonna help you. You talking about some? I think we as women should start banding together to do what? To do what? Y'all gonna band together and do what? Start watching each other so your views can go up? Your audience is male dominated. The niggas who want real content are watching real content creators. The niggas who are lonely and just want something to go into are watching you. Y'all gonna band together and do what? Women don't watch streamers like that. I'm sorry. Y'all like reality TV. Sorry. So, I don't know. The only thing y'all can band together and do is coochie bump. That's about it. That's it. Get your ass off my damn screen, man. So, Zoe. Let's give Zoe the biggest clown horn. All right. Let's move on. What's on the agenda? Okay. I want to get to some positive news. Some hopefully positive news, okay? Where are y'all? I need y'all to circle around the Pentagon and let's try to conjure up this news being facts, okay? I hope and I pray that this is actually real news, because if this is real news, guys, we cooking. We cooking, gang. Rumor! A new prototype game is in the works. Playtester claims. Man, we got to get it Don DeMarco. Don DeMarco. How many of y'all played Prototype growing up? Boy, this game was so hard, boy. This game was so hard. Now, I know a lot of y'all are pessimistic, and y'all like, they're going to turn it into woke slop, or they're going to make it a microtransaction infested mess. Maybe. We don't know yet. New prototype game in the works. Playtester claims a new prototype game is reportedly in development, according to a user on Reddit by the name of Big B. A user on Reddit? Oh. This is coming from Reddit? Damn. Okay, let's just keep reading. They were given details about a new game in the series as part of a recent study group session. The user claims that the game will see Alex Mercer return as its protagonist. Gameplay will reportedly feature shape-shifting and transforming into other people in order to infiltrate areas. Lastly, it will be based in New York City. Insider Gaming reached out to Big B regarding these claims and was told the following. It was YouGov's survey which asked me to sign an NDA and confirm that I would not disclose the contents, they said. It then confirmed a series of features that upcoming games will include and how popular this was with me, percentage-wise. It was not a playtest, but it did specify that these features were already planned as part of upcoming games. Insider Gaming has yet to fully verify the validity of the claims, but felt it was a rumor worth covering. As always, until it's verified by Insider Gaming with more details or officially announced by Activision, take all the information with a grain of salt. The Prototype series hasn't seen a new game release since 2012's Prototype 2. That game was also ported to Xbox One and PlayStation 4 in 2015. But there has been any news surrounding the series since. I think they meant to say there hasn't been any news. After Prototype 2's initial launch, Activision say that the game did not find a broad commercial audience, leading to layoffs as its developer, Radical Entertainment. So there it is, gang. I'm having a hard time because I want to believe the rumor, but Reddit is crazy. Getting your rumor from Reddit is crazy. I got to be honest. I really do miss this game, though. I really do. I miss this game, okay? I would love to see a Prototype 3. Please, make it happen, but just don't mess it up, okay? It's no need to call that DEI. There was already a black protagonist in Prototype 2. It's not DEI, okay? But don't mess this up. There is reason to doubt, though. We recently had a rumor that Titanfall 3 was in development. And then Jeff Grubb came out and dispelled all of that. This could possibly be the same kind of situation. Now, the only reason I say maybe not is because if you want to start a rumor, you want to do it on Twitter so you can get the engagement. But they started it on Reddit. So, hey, if you never played Prototype, you should go play Prototype. Especially if you can play it on PC and it's like in 60 frames per second or something like that. If you can do that. So, anyway, yeah, let's move on, okay? Nice to have some good news around here. Okay, where we at? All right. All right. So going back to South at Midnight, right? Or really just going back to Compulsion Games, right? If you want to know why people hate this company and they hate this game, well, you're going to get a prime example of that right here in just a second, as soon as I find it. Where did you go? Ah, there we are. There we are. So here we go. Compulsion Games community manager Katie Robinson's in goal. If I'm not mistaken, this is Pikachu Lita, the same chick. Probably should have brought this up during Alyssa Mercante segment, but no, because this was new. I just wanted to cover this by itself. Okay? This is what she had to say. If I'm just at the top by myself and I'm the only other black person up there, it's not going to feel fulfilling. It's not going to feel rewarding, she says. I don't want to see you, especially other black women, as my competition. You are my equal. You come along with me. She shouts out streamers like the G-Chi Gamer, never heard of her, Lectural Plays, never heard of her, Miss Sith, never heard of her, and Valkyrie Vice, never heard of her, as ones on her watch list. For Robinson, an end goal would be to see the top streamers on the front pages of Twitch or YouTube as black folks who are queer, trans, brown, disabled, and not be outnumbered by cisgender white people, specifically white men, and not just during a specific Black History Month or Women's History Month at any time of the year. Let's go ahead and give Katie Robinson the biggest clown horn. This is why you lose. This is why you lose. One, you can't understand simple math. Okay? Let me go ahead and get close to y'all. You can't understand simple math. Right? I mean, you just can't. 46 million black people in America. 240 million white people in America. Do the math, retard. Do the math. I'm going to say it one more time. Do the math. Your content doesn't speak. I'm sorry. Again, this is going back to the same conversation with Zoe Spencer. You motherfuckers are boring. The Circle of Ted says, Atreus, do you find BHM cringe? What's BHM? Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm dumb. I don't know what that is. But yeah, though. This is egregious. This is why you lose. You worried about the wrong shit. You worried about the wrong shit. You should be worried about how to make the best content for your viewers. Instead, you worried about guilt tripping everybody into watching you because you're a black woman. No, you look more like Big Shirley. I'm sorry.
Big Shirley.
I'm addicted to the good life. Yeah. Lead the way.
9 plus 10 is 19. I'm lost. I'm so lost. He asked me, do I find BHM cringe, and then asked me what's 9 plus 10. He said they doing Terrence Howard math. 1 times 1 equals 10. I'm just saying. Man, bro. Lighting is kind of awful. I mean, not the lighting. The image is kind of awful. It's kind of cloudy and really annoying. Really annoying. I hate that, though. I'm going to have to fix it later. I don't know why it's looking like that. But yeah. Make better content. Sorry. Sorry, I don't know what else to tell you. Make better content. All right, let's move on. Woo. Let's see, where's my marker? Oh, it's way over there. Okay. I have to keep knocking over shit, bro. Sorry, y'all don't see Shockwave. He's sick. So. Let's get rid of that. What's next? I think we're going to get into... What did it do? Where is it? Oh, I guess we can tackle this right now. We can tackle this. Okay. How many of y'all are familiar with Star Citizen? How many of y'all donated to Star Citizen? It's okay. This is a safe space. You can tell us. I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you. They can't keep getting away with this. Star Citizen has now raised over $800 million after 13 years, and it's still in alpha. Wow. Wow. I remember hearing about this game years ago. I was never interested in it, but y'all really raised $800 million for this game? Did y'all really do that? Nah, y'all ain't that stupid. Let me go read. Let's go read into this thing, man. Holy. It raised over $100 million every year since 2022. Nah, y'all not doing this. My curtains are not closed, but my curtains are way over there. I've recorded with my curtains being open before, and it never had an effect on the lighting. But I can go close them. Matter of fact, let me just go and do that really quick. There it is, still that same haze. But anyway, so Star said, how did y'all raise over $100 million since 2022? I refuse. Nah, who's backing this? I refuse to believe that gamers are actually like supporting this game. The start of 2025 brought a familiar refrain with Cloud Imperium CEO Chris Roberts sallying forth to declare that we are closer than ever to realizing a dream many have said is impossible with Star Citizen, which is to say actually releasing the thing, the holy grail of version 1. Naturally, Roberts didn't even put the vaguest of timelines on this. Why bother? Star Citizen and its single-player component Squadron 42 have now passed an almost unbelievable milestone. At the time of writing, Cloud Imperium Games has raised $802 million since its crowdfunding goals were set in 2012. $800 million for a game that's yet to reach a full release. Wow. Star Citizen began as a purely crowdfunded project, though for years now, CIG has funded the game through microtransactions, paid access to the alpha, subscriptions, merch, and prohibitively expensive spaceships. Wow. Despite this, CIG still considers all purchases a pledge towards making Star Citizen a reality. Okay. Let's see. The project has, from the start, attracted both starry-eyed believers and die-hard cynics, the former backing Robert's vision and how, and keeping the faith that CIG will eventually deliver a transcendent space MMO, while the latter mostly laugh from the sidelines at whales spending tens of thousands of dollars on in-game spaceships. It's notable that CIG has topped $800 million thanks to considerable financial momentum. Star Citizen has made $100 million every year since 2022, and there's little reason to expect that to slow down. The backers for this one, you sense, are all in either way. CIG has at least answered the question on whether the game even exists. Version 4.0 of the alpha was released in December 2024, introducing, among other things, a server meshing feature allowing players to travel seamlessly between different areas. But despite regular additions, the alpha that began nearly a decade ago is far from feature complete. CIG has promised that the finished Star Citizen will feature a full campaign, player basis, and EVE-style player-driven economy. Okay? Various crafting systems and so many other incidentals, it's hard to list them all. Y'all gotta tell me. Y'all gotta tell me, what the hell? What is it about this game? What is it? What is it? What is it about that? What is it about Star Citizen that got y'all in the chokehold? Scam Citizen is crazy. It's a scam. A smart man turned. Hold on. Nah, that's something else. At what point does this become liable for a lawsuit? Nah, facts. When they first announced this back in 2012, it was a groundbreaking and exciting concept. Now it's still cool, but there are other games out there now and coming soon that fit the same theme. At a certain point, there's going to be a game that comes out which does everything Star Citizen does and may probably do it better. There's no excuse for taking this long. Oh, every gamer gator is a pathetic excuse for a man, and that is an invitation. Come at me. I mean, physically, you're all loser little boys. Seriously. What? What is this person talking about? Okay, whatever. I don't know. Y'all gotta tell me in the chat. Somebody in the chat tell me. What was it about Star Citizen that had niggas? Person, you, hey, bro, hey. Person, that's you diabolical for that. Robin Oz says, keep in mind it's an open world space and they are always tweaking the game engine to bring the game to life. Is this like a situation where they like kept rebooting the game? Like, what's up? Red Merlin says, I'll admit it's fun. Okay, so we have a Star Citizen player in here right now. You said the game is fun. If it's fun, then what are we talking about? If it's fun and people are having fun playing it, it sounds like people are getting their money's worth. So, I don't know. Literally, Korean Cowboy says, literally scam citizen. Now, facts. Robin Oz says, I wouldn't call it the scam. The game is in a playable state. Because I'm thinking it's not playable. I heard about people who were spending a lot of money creating their ships or something like that. Do I got that right? There's a lot of people spending a lot of money creating ships. But I don't know what got this shit looking so cloudy. It's really annoying. Give me a second. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Whatever. I'll figure it out later. I'll figure it out. I'm sorry. What did he say? Original Gamer says 40,000 for one ship, if I remember. Nah, y'all trolling. That's not real. That's not real. Nah, we gotta move on. Because I refuse. I refuse to believe that. What we got left? Motherfucker said $40,000 for a ship. Boy, you trolling. Hell is wrong with you? $40,000 for a ship in a video game. That's crazy. Niggas are coming in here making up stuff. That ain't real. That ain't real. There's no way that's real. There's no way. All right. Let's see where we're going. All right. So we got to circle back to Alyssa Mercante. We got to circle back. We gotta circle back. Why? Why? Because Alyssa Mercante continues to go on her tirade against every content creator she has a problem with. This is killing me. This is killing me. This is absolutely killing me. So whatever. Anyway, so yeah, she's going after every content creator that she has a problem with, except for the ones that's roasting her the most, which is the niggas. And now she's going after Master of the freaking TDS. Let's give my boy Master of the TDS a Don DeMarco.
Don DeMarco.
What got you so scared of the niggas? What's going on, Mercante? I mean, this is egregious. This is egregious. Let's go ahead and get into it though. Master of the TDS. So he puts out this tweet. Now I gotta hold my boy Master of the TDS accountable a little bit because I don't know what this was about. He says Compulsion Games, an Xbox-owned studio, just sent a free Xbox to a cosplayer for promoting South of Midnight, a game developed with narrative consulting from Sweet Baby Inc. That's a very extravagant gift for a cosplay. So Jahara Jade, as a matter of fact, I think Jahara was used in Cosplay Queens. So hold on, let me see. She is. I'm pretty sure. Yes. Oh wait. No, not her. It was another chick. But I recognize her from because looking through cosplay. I mean, she alright. You know what I'm saying? She tried to do this cosplay and the other black girl did it way better. I'm sorry. But I mean, you know, I remember her because I've been sent some of her cosplay before to use for Cosplay Queens. And you know, she's dope, but you know, whatever. You know, she's cool. She's cool. I just wouldn't. But anyway, so going back, Xbox apparently sent her an Xbox for doing a cosplay. And Master of the TDS pointed this out. Now, me personally, guys, you know I rock with Master of the TDS, but I don't. What was the message here? That's a very extravagant gift for a cosplay. Is it? I don't know. I don't see what. I mean, maybe I missed something. If I missed something, let me know. If I missed something, let me know. Unless he's trying to insinuate that maybe she was paid to cosplay as Hazel. Is that what he's trying to insinuate? I don't know. So anyway, Alyssa Mercante responds and says, "This is normal. You are not." Let me zoom in on that so y'all can see that. Alyssa Mercante comes in and says, "This is normal. You are not." So Master of the TDS responded, "Sorry, I thought I was supposed to leave you alone. I don't recall tagging you. Why did you unblock me to comment?" And so here are the DMs. Master of the TDS sent her a message that says, "Hello, seems like you have an issue with me. Want to talk about it?" She goes, "I do not want to speak with you in any capacity. Okay? I want you to leave me alone." All right? Alyssa then responds. She says, "You are once again drumming up harassment against marginalized folks because you're a sniveling little cretin. I am obligated to tell you that this is a normal business practice and your attempts to prove otherwise are either purposely disingenuous or woefully stupid." Okay? Master of the TDS responded, "I specifically made a completely separate post rather than quoting the original. Also, who obligated you to talk to me? I would like to tell them to stop." And I believe that was the end. Okay. Okay. All right. So So much to unpack here. So much to unpack. And maybe you guys, of course, you know the job of you guys in the chat is to hold me accountable if you feel like I'm wrong. So please do that. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I kind of have to side with Alyssa on this one. I don't know what that post was about. I'm sorry. I don't get it. I thought it was normal business practice for a company to do something like this. If I'm Xbox and I'm trying to hype up South to Midnight as much as I possibly can, and a popular cosplayer cosplays as the character from my game, I want to reward her or him. Why? Because it will make people more familiar with my character. It's marketing. So unfortunately, I can't grift. I can't grift on this. I can't. Christopher Baker, don't you fucking do that. It was not in my feed. It was in the comment section. Don't you do that. But yeah, though. I'm team master of the TDS, but I would have to, if I was in this situation, I would have had to pull master of the TDS aside and say, hey man, you're gonna have to explain this one to me. I don't know what I was supposed to get there. Now she's coming on with the whole idea of, oh, you're once again attacking marginalized folks. Oh, get out of here with that bullshit. Nobody care about that. Grow some nuts. For crying out loud, pour the nuts out of your mouth for once and grow some of your own. Like like what are we talking about? But yeah, and I would love, I would ask Master of the TDS, himself, like, hey yo, you know what I'm saying? When you posted that, I really didn't get like what was the underlying thing we were supposed to get there. So yeah, I couldn't figure it out. Maybe you guys know. That's why I'm trying to see in the comments. He just wanted to bait Alyssa. Okay, maybe it was. But then he would have tagged her. Persona 11 saying Master was being slick about something minor, but Alyssa also weird for unblocking someone she claims not to like just to do that. I don't believe she should block anyone, but I see why she did it. That is weird behavior. I don't believe in the idea of blocking people unless, like, the only people I've ever blocked are motherfuckers who come on my feed with that booty bandit shit. Because I don't want to see booty bandit material. So therefore, if you're posting out booty bandit material, I'm gonna block you. So I don't ever have to see that. Because sometimes, even when you unfollow people, their stuff still appears. Anyway, my bad. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, look at me getting roasted in the chat. Read the chat. Luckily, this vertical monitor right here, the chat is always in front of me, so I can always see what you guys are saying. It used to be where I had everything on one monitor.
I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself.
Shout out to Mr. Monkey the super chat. He says muted. Congratulations, you can see yourself. Yeah, it used to be I would have everything on one monitor. So a lot of times I couldn't see the chat. So y'all would be saying stuff in the chat and I couldn't see it. Couldn't chat.
I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself.
Christopher Baker just dropped a Fitty Burger. Done fucking tomorrow. He just dropped a Fitty Burger on all of us. He says, hey, everybody, Atreus smacked himself in the mouth with the mic in the first 3 minutes of the stream. Make sure you watch it and clip it and share.
You were cool, like kind of you were cool. You were cool, can't forget about cool. Cool, 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 cool.
Thank you, Christopher Baker, for the 50 burger that you just dropped on us. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Anyway, guys, we covered everything that we wanted to cover today. I'm going to save some topics for tomorrow because you always got to prepare for there to be no news tomorrow. But it's Monday, so hopefully there's something new dropping. In the meantime, you guys be safe out there. It's Sunday. Hope y'all are enjoying your time. And then, you know, we got Vegas coming up on Wednesday. So we'll be in Vegas. As you can see, I got the Harlem Kaiju shirt on. I mean, it's yellow and the picture is kind of hazy and stuff like that. So I apologize if you can't. The Harlem is right here. There's our lady. There's the Kaiju. I got the yellow and I got another piece of merch. So, yeah. More to come. Get yourself some of that Blackstreet Mafia merch going on, man. Anyway, yeah, somebody said let's raid Cater. Pause. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can raid Cater, man. You know, it's been so long since I raided somebody that I forgot how to do it. I ain't gonna lie. Let me see. Edit. Customization. Oh, there we go. 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 All right. So when the stream ends, we should be going into Cater's stream. So, yeah. So, hey, as always, guys, may the grift be with you. I'll talk to y'all later. Deuces. Hold on. Wait. Kyle Barrett says, Atreus, you want to hear my new song about Alyssa Mercante? Yeah, send it to me on the Discord. Send it to me on the Discord. And we might play it tomorrow. All right. Y'all be safe out here. May the grift be with you. Later.